We're going to be learning about IGH today. So in I month, so far, this is only our second lesson in I month, we have learned that I has a long sound. It's that diphthong I, and it also has that short sound I with your mouth in a long wide grin. I. So we have I and I. If you're spelling the long I sound, usually, almost always, you have to have another vowel in the next one or two spots. If not, it will make its short sound. There are a couple exceptions, but we're going to learn next week, but that's generally what you're going to find. Today, you're going to learn that IGH is how you're going to spell that long I sound in the middle of short words that end with a T. Spell it IGH in the middle of short words that end with a T. What qualifies as a short word? Any word that has only one vowel sound in it. So if it's a short word that ends with a T, use IGH to spell that long I sound, such as sight, right. And if you can think of some, put them in the comments. Good. Light, might, bright. Can you think of any others? Short words that end with a T. Thank you. We have might, fight, there's one. Flight. Good. Yeah, do you see all those words? Sight, right, light, might, bright, fight, flight. They all end with a T. So today's lesson, if you're spelling the long I sound in the middle of a short word that ends with a T, use IGH. If that short word does not end with a T, here's what you do. Add a silent E. Okay? Like words like kite or lime. Not kite. That was the worst example because it ends with a T. There are just a couple examples, but like lime or mine or tire. So those are short words where you're spelling the long I sound and the last sound is not a T. Then you're going to use a silent E to be that companion vowel, to be the vowel that comes in the next one or two spots so that that first I can make its long sound. Does that make sense? So today in most of our words, we're going to be practicing using that IGH, but you have to pay attention to if the word ends with a T or not. If it doesn't, you're going to use the silent E to spell that long I sound, okay? All right, so let me share my screen. Let me share my screen, and we will get spelling. All right, so our first word that we are going to work on together is fight. So that first sound is my tongue going between my teeth and I'm blowing. Fight. So we have, whoops. You just wait for that, don't you? Every single time I have to put the pen on. So we have I, t. So our consonants are that blowing, that breathless, voiceless sound where your tongue goes between your teeth. That is spelled with the TH. TH can spell two sounds. It can make that voiceless sound and just say or when your tongue is between your teeth, you can use your vocal cords and vibrate that sound. So it would say as in the, this, those. Both spellings are with the TH. TH is both spellings of both of those sounds, voiced and voiceless. So our word was fight. So our last sound is that T. Now we have that long I spelling, which we're going to use our IGH for. That's our spelling hack for the day. When you're spelling the long I sound in a short word that ends with a T, use IGH. When you're spelling the long I sound in a short word that ends with a T, use IGH. Your turn. Spell the word splite. Splite. We have S-P-L-I-T, and then put it in the Q&A. Spell splite. Splite. Why is it not just ITE instead of IGHT? It is in Very, very few words. Very, very few words. That's the a very rare exception, like in kite. Usually it's just going to be that IGH T that the IGH spells the long I sound. Daryl, can I get one more letter from you and you will have it? Nicola, give me one more letter. So I want the word splite. There are 3 consonants. That's a consonant, a 3-letter consonant blend at the beginning. Sp. There's a p in there. Splite. Splite. There you go. Splite. That first word is fight, Beverly. Fight. Rhymes with fight, doesn't it? And it sounds so similar. All right, so for splite, our consonants are s, p, l, and t. Our long I sound is going to be spelled with an IGH because that's how you spell the long I sound in the middle. Long I sound in the middle of short words. All right, just barely like it. Tantrum. Okay, we should be good now. If you can't hear me, let me know in the Q&A, but I think we're okay. Mic's cutting in and out. Yeah, let me see if I can make this any tighter. All right, I can't touch the mic, but hopefully this is better. Hope that should be good. Okay, good, good. All right, our next word, we'll do this one together, is chite. Chite. Now my first sound is ch, like chop or cherry. So we have ch, I, t, chite, chite. Our consonants, ch and t. Now here we have a short sound a short word that ends with a T. So we're going to spell that long I sound with an IGH. That's our spelling hack for the day. When you're spelling the long I sound, sorry, I know that mic keeps cutting out. I really can't touch the mic. But hopefully it'll settle down here in a second after I don't touch it for a second. Sorry about that. In the meantime, you're probably going to hear me. There we go. Okay. No bumping the mic. So there's chite. Your word is prite. Prite. We have p, r, I, t. Prite. Prite. Word in the Q&A. Prite. Very good. Nice. Excellent. Good. Beautiful. So Dorsey, you're right that ER does spell the sound sometimes, but that's usually when it's in its own syllable. In this case, we're going to use that. It's going to be a 2-letter consonant blend for prite. Just like, do you see these 2 consonants right there? Prite. Yeah, very good. So our consonants are p, r, and t. Now here's our long I sound that we're spelling in the middle of a short word that ends with a T. We're spelling it with an IGH. Gorgeous. Okay, now how do you think you're going to spell the word spire? I don't think I want to give you any hints on this one. How would you spell the word spire? It's probably a real word, isn't it? But let's just spell it anyway. Spire. No hints from me. How would you spell the word spire? And if you don't want to, you don't have to do it until I do it with you so that you can understand it. Taryn, there is a silent E in there, but it's going to be at the end. So just flop those. Spire, spire. Good, Joe. Nice, Taryn. There we go. Good, Beverly. There you go. Spire. All right. So I should have done this one with you because I really like to set you up for success before I just throw you at something that's slightly new. Here's what's going on in this word. We have our consonants s, p, and r. That long I sound you might think would be spelled with an IGH, just like those ones above it. However, we're only going to use IGH in short words that end with a T. We're only going to use IGH in short words that end with a T. So since this word does not end with a T, we're going to use an I for sure, but it needs a companion vowel in the next one or two spots. So that's where a silent E comes in. You'll notice that silent E at the end of a lot of words. It's always doing something, and most of the time, this is what it's doing. It's making the vowel 2 doors back make its long sound. It's giving it permission to pronounce its long sound. That's why that I can now say I, because there's now a vowel in the next one or two spots. So thank you, silent E. Keeping that in mind, spell this word. Plied. Plied. P-L-I-D. Spell the word plied. Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. Plied. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Nice, good, gorgeous, nice, beautiful, plied. Very good, everyone. All right, so now you've never spelled the word plied before because it's not a word and I just made it up, but you knew how to spell it. You knew that it didn't have an IGH in there because it doesn't end with a T. So our consonants are P, L, D. The long I sound is going to be spelled with an I consonant. I consonant, final silent E. I consonant, final silent E. All right, so look at these first 6 words we've done here. We have thite, splite, chite, prite. Those first 4 all qualify for that IGH because it's a short word that ends with a T. Those last 2 do not qualify for the IGH because it's a short word, yes, but it does not end with a T. So sending you out with that information now for this next word. Spell the word without me, drite. Drite. D-R-I-T. Spell drite. 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 There you go. Nice. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Yep, well done. Drite. Yep. Consonants are D, R, and T. Now we're going to use that IGH spelling for the long I sound because it's a short word that ends with a T. Beautiful. Brilliant. You ready for a harder one? Okay, so this next one is going to be using the spelling patterns that we learned on Monday. So if you're brand new, you have to have 2 consonants after a short vowel. If there's not 2, make 2 by doubling the next letter. Okay, so okay. Should I do one with you? I do love to set you up for success. So let's do one together. I want our word to be IFISP. IFISP. It's kind of tricky to say, much less spell. So our sounds are I, F, I, S, P. IFISP. Sounds, consonants. I, F, I, S, P. Vowels. I is that first vowel. Can that I say I there? Not yet. Because it has a vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots. That would make it say I. I don't want it to say I want it to say I. I is a short vowel. Short vowels require 2 consonants after it. If there's not 2, make 2 by doubling that next letter. Now it can say I. IFISP. What about this I? Can it say I here? Yeah, just fine because of those 2 letters after it. IFISP. Now yours. You spell the word without me. Ipilt. Ipilt. I-P-I-L-T. Try spelling ipilt. ipilt. How do you spell ipilt? Gorgeous. Well done. Very good. Ipilt. I love it. You must feel so proud of your knowledge that you're gaining. Ipilt. So far, every single person is spelling it correctly. You're amazing. Ipilt. Ipilt. Good. Yeah. Well done. Ipilt. Good. Okay. Every single person has got it. You just never cease to amaze me. All right. Your consonants in ipilt are I, P, I, O, T. Vowels. I. Can this I say I here? Not yet, because there is another vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots that would make it say I. I don't want it to say I want it to say I. I is a short vowel. Short vowels require 2 consonants after them. If there's not 2, make 2 by doubling that next letter. Now it can say I. This I can say I right there just fine already. Look at what you can spell. You've never seen that word before, but you spelt it without any problem because you knew how. You're amazing. Okay, one more to send you off. Spell the word zeit. Zeit. Z-I-T. Spell zeit. Zeit. How would you spell zeit? Yep. Yep. You knew it. You knew it. Very good. That's right. You have to use a IGH right here. Here's our consonants, the Z and the T. You have to use an IGH right there to spell the long I sound because it's a short word that ends with a T. What if I wanted you to spell, I should probably just send you off on this beautiful note because everybody spelled it correctly. Gorgeous. Sheldon, that GH was swapped, but I have a feeling that was just a typing error because all of your other ones, you've got that ZH, that GH correct. So, congratulations. Now you know when to spell with an IGH versus an I consonant final silent E. I'm so happy for your new knowledge. It's yours to keep forever. Have a wonderful night, my friends, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye, everybody.